points on 9 shots. He also had just 5 total rebounds after having 8 offensive rebounds in Game 2. Here's Anthony Davis.
How aggressive you could be. What did you think that impact had for you, and how did you analyze the way the game went overall for you?
It had an impact. Picked up 2 early, and come in and get the third. So it takes away the aggressiveness on both ends of the floor that I'm used to playing with, and those guys like to take charges or whatever, and try to draw offensive fouls. So it took away the aggressiveness a little bit. Still have to be better. Still have to find ways to affect the game. On both ends of the floor. But it definitely took me out. And put a little bit too much pressure on the other guys.
That first quarter, you had 10 turnovers that LeBron noted too. Many of them were between him and you. You guys are the leaders of the team. What did you see from an execution standpoint on offense and how that might have impacted things?
Just silly turnovers. I had 4. Offensive fouls, miscommunication on some passes, but we just have to be better overall. We'll be fine. We make shots. We didn't defend at all tonight. They made big shots, made some good plays. Trust me, we'll be fine.
What do you attribute some of that to? That you say we didn't defend at all tonight. Why do you think that was?
I just wasn't talking on the defensive end. Our schemes were set up for certain situations, and we didn't execute them. We were getting confused on a lot of things. They had wide open looks that they missed early and made late from 3. We were letting Jimmy get into a strong hand too many times. Getting to the basket, getting and ones, or getting to the free throw line. We were letting guys get to the rim easily with no contact. Our low man help wasn't there tonight. We just had too many communication plays, and I think it's just a carryover from the first 2 games. First 2 games late in the game, we had a good lead. It didn't hurt us. We didn't play well defensively. Late game, so we didn't do that all. We didn't do well all tonight on the defensive end, and it made us pay.
Allison?
Start with Jake McDenon.
AD, so much of this run for your team has been coinciding with your personal journeys. Your first conference finals, first buzzer beater, first finals wins, and now it's the first finals loss. How are you internalizing it, and how do you expect the next 48 hours to go for you leading up to Game 4?
I'll be fine. I just have to be better. Both ends on the floor, like I said. Foul trouble. Bringing the energy. The team relies on me bringing that energy to start the game. And when you pick up 2 fouls, guys come in earlier, things like that. So I just have to be better. But it was one loss. We're still up in this series. Like I said, we never want to get too high. We don't want to get too low. But we'll look at the film, see where I can be better on both ends, see where we can be better as a team. Come out Game 4, much better than we played tonight.
Kyle Good.
Kyle mentioned the slip screens and thing. Obviously, Kelly Olynyk had a huge game. What's sort of your responsibility in that, and what can be done to kind of make that less effective against you guys with the way that they've used Kelly tonight?
Communication, just talking. We know that he rarely sets screens, and so we just have to talk to the guy on the ball, just let him know what's going on so there's no miscommunication, and let either the guy who's handling or the guy who's setting the screen, which is Kelly, get open shots. So we just got to talk, and communication solves every problem. And so and then having our help, being ready to rotate if it is miscommunication on the ball. So like I said, we're bad in all aspects on the defensive end tonight, but we'll be better Game 4.
Yeah, we'll go back to Will for last one.
All right, yeah, last one for me. Mateo? Hey, in game two, you guys had 56 points in the paint, and tonight you guys only had 34. What did the Heat do to limit the Lakers' effectiveness inside the interior tonight?
We missed a lot of shots at the rim, honestly. Uh, once again, we had shots open in the perimeter. And when we make our shots from the perimeter, it opens up the paint for us. Tonight we didn't do a good job of that. And so it's kind of, plays hand in hand. They're giving us a lot of looks. Our shooters got to be ready, take their time to just knock down the shots, and it opened up the paint for everybody else. But tonight we didn't shoot the ball extremely well, and then also get to the paint, miss layups. And these guys just got out and ran on the break and made us pay for it. So we got to take our time finishing the paint, as well as being ready to shoot the ball when the ball get passed to us on the perimeter.
Came in the paint. Wondered if that had anything to do with the specific mindset, with the matchup, or with anything about the way you approach this game.
I just want to come out with a lot of energy. Be aggressive on the offensive glass. Playing in a dunker's area. When Bron and Doe and AC get in the paint, they got easy dump offs. And not settling for too many jumpers, just being able to, play in the paint and just kind of dominate the paint area. That was kind of my mindset coming into the game.
Hey, Anthony, you said on the broadcast that you had a few nerves before the game, before the ball went up. I'm curious just how it felt different, in what ways it might have felt different from other postseason experiences you've had getting that first taste of the finals.
Just the finals. First time I'm experiencing this, so obviously you want to come out and play well, and you want to come out and win. Like I said, I've always put pressure on myself. I had the same thing game one of the Western Conference Finals as well. So, when the ball gets tipped up, all that goes away and it's just basketball, but everything leading up to it, you're very excited. Your adrenaline is going early, because you're so excited just to be here and get ready to go out there and play. So, it went away early, but it was a great experience for him, a great game one. Job's not done. We have 3 more.
Allison?
All right, we'll start off with Kyle Goode.
Maybe obviously it's been really tough. I'm sure you would love to have more of your family for your playoff run. But what did it mean to you to have your dad watching you in this game and seeing your first finals and to play so well?
It means a lot. I mean, he forced my mom to do that 7-day quarantine to be here. So for him, he's always been the one to go to all my games, in the home market, not more so on the road, but he's extremely proud of me. For him to be here, essentially courtside to watch me in my first finals game means a lot to me. We just got to finish it off. I mean, he wants us to win. He wants me to be a champion. So it's a little bit more pressure, coming from him. But it was fun. It was fun seeing him courtside watching me in that first game.
All right, Kyle Goode. Oh, I'm sorry, David Veneman.
AD, so you had 34 tonight, which is tied for third for a Laker debut in the finals. So Shaq's won, then Mike and then you and Baylor are tied. When you hear those names, obviously Laker history is such a part of the experience of playing for the team, but when you hear those names, what do you think about it? And, do you have goals of being remembered the same way they are and always be associated as a Laker?
Yeah, it's a great honor to be in that category with those guys. I mean, they've done so much for the game, Hall of Famers, and for me to, come out and perform that way and, be mentioned with those guys, especially just as a Laker, with the biggest franchise in basketball. Them guys that you watch film on, you idolize, and now to, like you say, be in that category is definitely a huge honor for me. Like I say, what makes it even more, sweeter is winning it. And so, obviously that's a great, honor, but I also want to be mentioned in categories with champions. So that's the next step. But the accolades along the way, the list I'm able to join along the way is definitely something you don't think about. It just kind of happens when you go out there and play. But it's definitely a great honor.
All right, Dan.
AD, you mentioned wanting to be aggressive. With their zone, I think a lot of times the zone people want to just shoot over them.